summer?
Good. Real good.
What's it been like? I know we talked to you about having Devontae in the mix during OTAs, but now out in training camp, what have you seen and what do you think he's added to the offense?
Obviously, his numbers in his career are speaking for itself. He's in such great shape physically. He's in such great shape mentally. He's just having fun being out here. It's training camp. We haven't put the pads on or anything like that, so it still has resemblance of OTAs, obviously. But when you get just even a little bit closer, you get through the summer, you can see the guys just. Obviously, just kicks up a little bit. And, he's in such a good spot. It's like he's been here the whole time. So it's great to have him.
What are the early impressions of DJ Humphries?
Another pro, right? I mean, he's played a lot of good football. I've unfortunately, but fortunately, have been against him quite a bit in this division, for what feels like, I guess, 6 years. So a lot of respect for him as a player. Never knew him as a person until we, got him. And really, we got him so late that in the summer, I didn't know who he was. And then just these last few days, really getting to know him. And he's a professional. It's awesome to have him.
You have such a deep tight end room now. I was curious what your reaction to thoughts of Terrence Ferguson.
Yeah, just off of what he was doing in OTAs, it's just not too big for him. He just has that look in his eye and real smart kid schematically, and picked it up no problem in the spring. And then just kind of to review it as we've done these last few days, really picked up right where he left off in terms of schematics. And then it's just going to be, every single day just building and stacking, and get used to the speed of this game. And it'd be great to get the pads on for all these rookies, for all the guys, but the rookies, having those pads on and playing ball for a month, playing in the preseason, stuff like that, leading up to September. But really impressed with me.
Do you guys look at it for some of the rookies like that go from a long college season, combine, draft, everything, they don't get the normal break? Does that play an effect on you?
I've told, especially when I was a position coach, but I tell the rookies all the time, guys, it's the longest year of probably your professional career. And I'm obviously college as well.
Yeah.
It's exactly what you said. You go college, they start practice all summer, right? So he plays that last year in Oregon. Obviously, they go to the college football playoff, and then when they're done, he has to get ready to train to get ready for the combine, for his pro day, for whatever visits. Then you get drafted. Then you got a whole new playbook, and you got a few weeks off, but you take a few weeks off, now you're going to be behind physically. So it's just like you tell those guys, yeah, you think you have 5-6 weeks off before training camp, you can't stop. Wait until next February, I promise it'll pay off, and you can finally take a deep breath. But that's just the life of a rookie. It is what it is, and I think all of them would take that.
Yeah. What stands out about the amount of trust, autonomy, and responsibility that Sean gives you and Chris and Chase, and how does that help you?
Yeah, really appreciate how much trust he has in all of us, and it's not just us coordinators; it's all of us, the staff, and really the players and organization. There's a reason this place has been what it's been for 9 years now. It starts with his leadership and ownership and Les and Tony and Demoff and all that. It's such a collaborative group, and feel very fortunate that he has that trust in us. But again, it starts with his leadership.
How much of a luxury is it for you guys with Stafford out to have someone of Jimmy's experience to be able to fix it?
Yeah, the show goes on when we're out here, right? I mean, he's a proven, very, very good quarterback in this league. Obviously, I have a huge history with him. I've always loved Jimmy as a person. I've always loved his game and respected his game. Obviously, now going into year 2, he knows this locker room, and the guys don't blink when he's out there because he has command of that huddle. And and the coolest part, and I've been on record saying this, he's got Matthews back at a level that is so awesome. So he wants Matthew to be out here in the worst way, just like we all do. But until then, he's just going to go do what Jimmy does.
Sean has said that he wants a more versatile offense this year. What's been your role in kind of implementing it and teaching that?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, my role, right, as the offense coordinator, just with installs and stuff like that, and scripts, and getting the guys ready to practice every day and building the foundation and all that. No different than it was a year ago. you know, and so every year you're just trying to evolve, you know, what kind of team do we have, what kind of roster we have. We got like we just said, the plethora of tight ends right there, and how do we utilize that? So, you know, again, we have, I think, a thoughts of what this offense is going to look like, but every year it's not exactly the way that you think it's going to look like. You know, the amount of work we put in the spring, obviously in training camp, you know, it'll organically, you know, come together as we get going. But I like where we're at.
What's the vision for Blake Corum, and how can we get on the field more?
Yeah, you know, I think Blake, like a lot of these guys, put a lot of time in from, you know, when we got done in January to where he's at right now. So he's, you know, he came in, he's in, I don't want to say better shape, he just has another year of working and getting better and working on what he needs to improve, and he's in a great place. The best part about Blake, very good football player, but the best part about Blake, his mindset's right. You know, he's just attacking it, he's worried about himself. Again, for backs, wait till you put the pads on and you get tackled and stuff like that. That's when you really see it. But again, love what Blake's at.
What's unique about the skill set that Xavier Smith brings to the receiver?
You know, you guys saw the plays he made, whether it be obviously versus Vegas having that awesome 25-yard run, going across Seattle the last game of the year. I mean, he was putting some tough situations behind the line of scrimmage with some of the stuff we were doing and making, you know, making nothing into something. Obviously, the return versus San Francisco in what would that be, week 3, that set up that last, you know, game-winning drive, whatnot. But the other thing that's about him is he's got a violence about him when he has the ball in his hand, whether it be in the return game or obviously on offense. So he's another guy that you just root for because, one, he's got a good skill set, 2, he's tough, but he's always got a great demeanor about himself, great smile on his face, and really attacks us. He loves this game.
What have you thought about?
We're going to see a lot of stunts in August. Where is he come from where he was last year? What kind of progress do you see from that guy?
I almost don't want to tell you. I almost want you to see it for yourself. But no, I'm so happy for him. You know, he's in, again, you know, speaking volumes about all these guys, but it's how I really feel. But he's in such a good place mentally, and in such a good place mentally, you can now allow your physical abilities to take hold. And so, again, like I said, I think Dave Rendon and the rest of the quarterbacks have done such an awesome job with Stetson along the way. And again, ultimately, it's Don Stetson get where he wants to be, and I think he's right where he should be. I'm super excited to watch him through August, particularly in those preseason games, which is every day. And he's just getting better and better. I think he's had 2 really impressive days.
Hey, Coach.
Last one, guys.
Question for you is obviously the NFC West is such a tough division. Every team, including you guys, can score points and then kind of handle the hammer on the defense. I mean, what is the tone that you want to set in your second year here? Is it kind of modify what you did last year, or kind of keep the same, I would say, philosophy that you have?
Yeah, I don't, you know, the tone is just to keep stacking days and building on our foundation. Like, to answer your question, NFC West is tough, but it's not really our concern right now. We're concerned about us. We open with Houston, really not even concerned about them right now, right? We're worried about ourselves, stacking days, being as good as we can be, competing against each other. You know, we have a hard enough time going against our defense right now, right? And blocking those guys. So, which is fun. It's great competition out there through 2 days. Again, we'll get through tomorrow. It'll be a great day. We'll get back. We'll finally be able to put on the pads, and we'll see how good we can get leading up into September. And that's really our only focus. And everything else is just, you know, we'll take a beat to week and go from there.
Okay. Thank you.